The Water Princess, written by Susan Verde and illustrated by Peter H. Reynolds. I am Princess Gigi. My kingdom, the African sky, so wide and so close. I can almost touch the sharp edges of the stars. I can tame the wild dogs with my song. I can make the tall grass sway when I dance. I can make the wind play hide and seek. But I cannot make the water come closer. I cannot make the water run clearer, no matter what I command. It is early morning, still dark. My mother wakes me. Gigi, my princess, it is time to get up. We must collect the water. Water, come. Do not make me wake before even the sun is out of bed. I demand, come, please, I say. But the water won't listen, and I know we will have to walk so far to the well. I am too sleepy to put on my crown. I think of the pot that will rest on my braids instead. The thirst comes quick, dry lips, dry throat. I squeeze my eyes shut. I see it, clear. I dip my toes in it, cool. I scoop it up and bring it to my lips. Slowly, I open my eyes. Nothing. I kick the dust. I grab my empty pot and place it upon my head. My mother does the same, and our journey begins, full of song. My mama adds her melody. Our steps are light. We twirl and laugh together. The miles give us room to dance. Halfway there, we stop for a moment at the giant carrot tree, long enough to grab a handful of sweet shea nuts for energy. We can keep the dance going just a little longer. Mama, are we there yet? Finally, I hear the water running from the well, the giggles of my friends, the chatter of women. Some had traveled farther than I, only to return home when the sun has gone to bed. Mama holds our place while I play with friends. The dance continues. The water is flowing. Pots filling with the dusty, earth-colored liquid. Gigi, come, matinee. My turn now. The dance home has slowed to careful steps. My thirst so heavy, like the full pot I carry. Our song is softer now. Our shoulders ache, our feet cramp. I see home at last. My mom boils enough water for drinking. We wait. We wash our clothes. We prepare food for cooking. My father comes quickly from the fields to share in the drink and the meal. He scoops me up. My princess, you have returned with the water. Drink, Mama says finally. Every sip fills me with energy. I want to make it last, but I can't. I gulp it down. Clothes and body clean, I sing to the dogs. I dance with the tall grass. I hide from the wind. Mama brings one last cup she has saved just for me. Drink, my princess. Sleep, my princess. Tomorrow we journey again. Mama, I say as I close my eyes, why is the water so far? Why is the water not clear? Where is our water? Sleep, she says. Dream, she says. Someday you will find a way, my princess. Someday. I am Princess Gigi. My kingdom, the African sky, the dusty earth, and someday the flowing, cool, crystal clear water. Someday. So, imagine your life without water. No kitchen faucet to fill your glass when you are thirsty. No shower or bathtub to clean your body. Imagine if you couldn't go to school because you had to spend each day walking for miles just to get water and not even know if the water you reach will be clean. This is true for nearly 1 billion people around the world. That's one out of every six who doesn't have access to clean water. This crisis is what motivated African model Georgie Badiel to work to make a difference and get clean water to those in need. As a young girl in Burkina Faso, Georgie spent her summers living with her grandmother. Every morning, Georgie and the other girls and women of the village walked for miles to fill pots with water and return it home to be used for the basics drinking, bathing, cooking, only to wake up the next morning and make the journey again. Georgie knows firsthand the suffering and struggle of all those without clean water. In Burkina Faso alone, nearly a quarter of the population has no access to clean water. Both illnesses from contaminated water and the time it takes to collect water every day prevent many children from going to school. The walk itself is on average 4 miles each day, which is the length of about 70 football fields. Wow. The Water Princess is a story inspired by Georgie's own childhood and her wish that the water would come to her and those in her community. Together with Ryan's Well, Georgie is working to make a change and bring the basic right, this source of life, to the people of Burkina Faso and beyond. We hope this story brings awareness to the ongoing crisis and inspires you to be a part of the change. Welcome back. We just read The Water Princess. The purpose of The Water Princess was to bring awareness about water, access to water in Gigi's town. We are so lucky here to have water filtration, okay, versus, traveling and getting our water from the well. Water filtration, or I would say a water filter, is a device used to remove particles and pollutants from water. So the water that you get when you turn on your sink, your kitchen sink, or your bathroom sink, or even the water that you drink at school, it has a filter to keep us from getting sick. Okay, unfortunately, in the Water Princess, they did not have a water filter. That's why Gigi ended up saying that, why is the water so muddy? Okay. So we're going to do a water filtration STEM experiment. Okay. So in order to join in on the fun, you do not have to, but if you want to join in the fun, there are some things that you need. Okay. Now, the first thing you would need is our lab manual. If you do not have our lab manual, please email us. You can email us at info@esteemedgirls.org to get our lab manual. Our lab manual contains information so we can do our experiment. We have our lab report, right? We have to put our title, question, hypothesis, materials, procedure, which are our steps, results, and conclusion. Every scientist needs this information in order to conduct an experiment. All right. First, you need a lab manual. Second, you will need some clear plastic cups. And I do specify clear plastic cups. We have to make sure they are clear, okay? Next, you're going to need an aluminum pan. Please note that all of these items can be found at your local dollar store. Aluminum pan. Next, you're going to need the items used for filtration. It is totally up to you what items you want to use to filter. I have some dryer sheets. Next, I have toilet tissue, Viva paper towels. It's up to you what type of paper towels you want to use. You may want to, do Viva brand paper towels, perhaps Dollar brand paper towels, Bounty paper towels, just to see which brand filters better. And coffee filters. You get it? Filters. Okay. What we're going to do, excuse me, we're not done yet. The next thing that you're going to need is a container. Okay, a container. I used a jar, any large container. You want to go outside and dig up some dirt and put it in your jar, okay? Make sure you get your parents' permission first, okay? So you want to go outside, get the dirt with your parents' permission, put it in the jar, and then come in and fill your jar up with water, right? This is to replicate what water is before it gets filtered. Again, in the story, the water princess Gigi had to go to a well. A well is a structure created by digging or drilling in the ground in order to access groundwater. We have filtration systems, so we don't have to go through all of that, okay? Again, you're going to need a jar, any type of container, put dirt in it, and fill it with water. I'm going to go back to my lab manual. Again, you can email me, info@steamgirls.org, for your very own copy. It is free. You're going to write your name. My name is Miss Renee. School. For this purpose, we're going to say Esteemed Girls. You can write the school that you currently attend. Then you're going to write the title. The title of the lab report is Water Filtration. Next, we have a question. We need a question. We need to figure out something. Since we have different forms or different materials used for our water filtration, we can ask a question about what filter material will be the most effective. What filter material will be the most effective, which means which one will hold, which one will filter out the most water so you can get clean water and hold the mud, hold the dirt, because we do not want to digest dirt. We don't want to digest mud. We just want the water. Now, we go to our hypothesis. Hypothesis is an educated guess to answer that question. Based on the tissue I have, my dryer sheets, my coffee filters, and my Viva paper towels, I'm going to guess which one is going to work the most effective. And I'm thinking right now. No, it's okay. It's a guess, right? And then at the end, you're going to find out which one worked. I think I'm going to go with my coffee filters, okay? So hypothesis. The coffee filters will be the most effective. Again, you don't have to pick the coffee filters. You can pick the paper towels, the dryer sheets perhaps, the tissue, or any other material you decide to get. Okay, now we're going to list our materials, okay? Our materials, what did I say? We have clear cups, aluminum pan. We do need dirt, a container with water, dryer sheets, paper towels, tissue, and I almost call it water filter. We don't want to say that. Tissue, coffee filters. Guess what? We're going to make a mistake. Cross it out. That's science, right? Making a mistake. That's how discovery happens. Coffee filters. And I think that's it. Okay? Okay? The next one is steps. So for now, I'm going to place this to the side. I'm going to get my aluminum pan with my plastic cups, and I'm going to first test it out. I'm going to test 2 filters out. The first one would be the dryer sheets. The second one, I'm going to do paper towels. Take your time, there's no rush. But make sure that it's, in a good position before you start pouring. Okay? You want to make sure that your dirt is in there with the water. You're going to open it up. And guess what? Test it out. Again, let's remember, this is the one with the dryer sheets. Let's pour in and see what happens. Oop, that's okay. Look, actually, it caught some. So I'm going to hold that. Oh. Let's take a look. You see we have some dirt on top. We have some dirt on top. Let's let some of that drain. Wow. Wow. The dryer sheets did pretty good. Look at that. Look at that. Can you see? Wow. It caught all of that dirt. well, maybe I'll be a little off with mine. I don't know. Because I picked that that the coffee filters would be the most effective filtration. All right, let's try with the Viva. Because Viva is known to be really good paper towels. It's interesting because it's holding the water too, right? I guess because it absorbs things really well. So I guess we'll have to squeeze it out. At least we know it absorbs water really well. Some more. Pour some more. Squeeze some of that out. Well, the Viva, it did pretty well, but it's a little teeny bit in there. It's a little teeny bit. So now we have dryer sheets in the run for the most effective filtration material. Okay. I'm going to close this up. I'm just shaking it so the dirt and everything can get around. I'm going to push that to the side. And I'm bringing my new materials. All right, so this one I'm going to use toilet tissue. I don't know, it's kind of the way that it's done. I'm going to have to take my time and pour that. And the one next to it, I'm going to use the coffee filter since I think that's the most effective. And that may not be the case since the dryer sheets are in the run. I did not expect that to happen. Okay, so I'm going to just put that in there. You can see. So all right, let's try this again. Guess what? It's okay. Science is messy. That's the best. Okay. All right, so you're going to take the muddy water and pour it in. Oh. And guess what? Forget about it. Absolutely forget about it. The toilet tissue is not holding it. It tore right through it. That's out of the question. That's out of the question. So I'm going to sit this on the side. The dryer sheets are still in the run. Next, last but not least, I should say, the coffee filter. Please work, please work. It's okay to be wrong, right? This is how we discover things. I'm going to give it a good swirl like I did with the others, right? It's only fair. Make sure they're all the same. You have to make sure they're all the same with science, right? All right, let's pour. I'm gonna hold that. Guess what? Let's see. It's dripping slowly. It's coming slowly. That's why I thought it would work. When we do the coffee, when your parents make coffee, right? When we put the coffee at the top, it's grounded, right? But what did we have at the end of our cups? Inside of our cups, we have a nice liquid. We don't get, we don't get the powder. So let's see. Guess what? It's not the most effective, but it's okay. Look, I still have some in there. The dirt came through. So my hypothesis was not found. But guess what? Guess what we did find? We found that dryer sheets are a very effective material for filtration. So, our steps. We're going to put our steps on here. Okay? You're going to list your steps. Okay? After you list your steps, step 1, what did you do? Step 2, what did you do? You're going to list all your steps. The results. What happened? So yeah, you want to put all your steps, put the numbers, then list what you did in what order. Right next to it, results. What happened? So what happened was the dryer sheets, right? The dryer sheets was the most effective filter, right? Dryer sheets were the most effective filter. Then for the conclusion, you want to bring everything in, right? You want to say, I did an experiment on water filtration. I used 4 different filtration materials. However many you want to use. I use 4. I would say I use 4 different filtration materials. I pour muddy water into each one. And after my experiment, I found that the dryer sheets was the most effective filtration material. That's what you would say. Something like that for your conclusion. Okay? I thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for joining the Steam Girls. And I'll see you again.